See, I've just realised we're like twins with the hair.
I was just about to say that. I think we look really alike right now.
We look so cute. Okay, anyway. Hi everyone, it's Tilly and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a very special guest.
Me.
It's Tia again. Today we are going to be giving you all advice. I basically took to my Instagram story. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll leave it down here. Definitely make sure to do that. It's tilly.lucky on Instagram. At Give Tilly a Hand on Facebook. At Give Tilly a Hand on Twitter. But my Instagram is where I put on my story claiming to be an advice giver connoisseur, I guess, and I do not take that term lightly. I think I am very good at giving advice myself.
I'm also very good at giving advice.
I basically asked everyone to send me any kind of situations in their life or just in general that they wanted me or us to give our advice and our thoughts and opinions on, and I got quite a few really good ones, which I was very happy about. So yeah, today we're going to be giving our advice on these topics, I guess, but let's just get into it. Okay, so the first one that we got is advice on how to get through down days.
Get through down days. First of all, everybody has their down days. You just need to keep that in your mind first of all, just to know that you're definitely not alone. I think that you just need to have like a day of just like pushing all the stressful stuff aside and just kind of like have a day to yourself.
Something that I kind of always think of and go back to is the fact that when you see it on social media, like all these people doing photo shoots for social media, they will always have, guaranteed, they will always have their best photo out of the bunch and they'll always have their worst photo out of the bunch.
Yeah.
And they're not going to post that worst photo for everyone to see. They're always going to choose the best photo. So you cannot like really compare yourself. Oh, there's a cat. You can't really compare yourself to what you're seeing online, because a lot of the time it is like heavily edited, like filters, all sorts, like any kind of acne or imperfections all removed. Unfortunately, it's not very authentic. Really important to remember that everybody has their bad part, everyone has their good part, and what you see is oftentimes only the good stuff. Sit down, like take a day or even just a couple of hours and just like really focus on what you want to do. You just need to take a little self-care day for you. Do things
Sit in
for
your
you.
pajamas, watch Disney films with ice cream, and you'll feel a lot better.
Sorted. Okay, this next one I really liked. It made me feel very fashionable and like fashion icon or something, which I'm definitely not. But anyway, it says, I need to find my style with clothes. How do I find a style that represents me? Well, I personally love style so much because I think it's just a way to express yourself. Our little dog down here is dressed as an elf because there you go.
can kind of see his elf costume here.
Yep.
Buddy the Elf, as in like the actual movie.
Because his name is Buddy. I think it's really great to experiment when you're trying to find your style. Like, I personally don't really have this one style, and I think it's okay for you not to fit in this like boho or grunge kind of label. Like, it's not got to be this set thing. I think advice on trying to find your style is honestly just to experiment. That's all you can really do, and just see what you feel good in, what you don't feel as good in.
You can't get like scared of people judging you and stuff. Like
100%, that's so
who
important.
cares? Like, your life, it's like your body. So why on earth would you care if someone was like saying, oh my god, what is she wearing? Like,
honestly, fashion, be an individual, do it.
yeah, be unique, be different. You don't have to look the same as everybody else. Like, and if they judge you, you obviously know that they're not a great person, and to just keep your distance from them.
Yeah, get that negativity out of our lives. We do not need it. Your friend, you call me negative?
No, not anymore.
Okay. I feel like everybody is really stylish. It's just about finding what is the style for you. Okay, next one is, I'm crushing on this person who talks to me a lot about personal stuff. Do I confess? Oh, it's juicy, it's juicy. Don't really want to be messing with people's love lives, but also I kind of do at the same time. So I think if they're talking to you about personal stuff, sometimes that can just mean like they want somebody to talk to and they trust you. So I'm all for expressing your feelings and confessing your love for one another. But I do think it's important to think about like obviously what the other person's intentions are as well. So it kind of depends what the type of stuff they're talking to you about.
Like, I totally agree with Tilly that if you do feel like that, it's totally way better to be honest, because then they can either say, oh yeah, I do like you, and it can end up something great, or they can be like, oh actually I think we're a bit better as friends.
Yeah, if you truly value the friendship and they do too, then it shouldn't make things awkward. I just think you only live once and it could be your soulmate, you know, so like you might as well say something about it. If you're not ready just to be like, hey, so I kind of like you, instead I think maybe like, I don't know, drop hints here and there. You don't need to go like full on, hey, be my boyfriend.
I think to just start off, you could just start kind of hanging out with each other more alone than like in groups and stuff.
Yeah.
And the more time you spend alone, the more the relationship should grow.
Take note of the type of conversations you're having, like body language, all of that jazz.
Yeah, and then the more that you spend time together, the more you'll realise like what the other person's feeling.
Whether they laugh at your jokes, even like if they're not funny.
They look into your eyes.
Yeah, eye contact, like all that jazz. And if you find that you're getting that in return as well, it is time, my love, do it. How can I get my friends to stop acting like I'm invisible?
I think you just, if you feel like that, I mean, they might be doing it without actually realising that they're doing
like
it.
completely unintentionally.
Yeah, intentionally. So I feel like it's best to just bring it up as soon as you feel like it. Like, don't drag it, otherwise you'll just feel worse about it. It'd either be like, oh yeah, well, we kind of don't agree with what you do, this, blah, blah, blah. Or it could be more like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was like, we didn't even realise that you felt that way. And things could get sorted straight away. And it should rekindle your friendship.
Hopefully, and if it doesn't, then good
You know,
riddance.
yeah.
Like, you know that it's good for you, it's your time to go. I kind of resonate with this a little bit because I feel like the second I got into secondary school, like I had the same friendship group like my whole life basically, and I feel like as soon as we got into secondary school, everyone kind of just changed, or maybe I just didn't change with them in the same way, if you know what I mean. And I never really made the transition very well. But I always felt like I had this friendship group like my whole life. I started going to school and I just didn't say a word, which is crazy coming from like me saying that in my house, because people...
She is so loud.
Yeah.
She talks for England and she never shuts up. So for her to be like, oh yeah, I just never spoke at school, that like shocks me because she is so loud.
Very.
She never stops talking.
Right. Okay. Tia.
Ever.
Okay. Okay.
Or singing.
Okay, I'm being bullied again. I was just really, really unhappy at school because I felt like I was just like completely irrelevant. Everybody there and nobody actually wanted to be there, and I was just a nuisance. It was probably me overthinking, but I bet a lot of people can relate to that. But I think the best thing to do in this situation is just to speak to your friends and figure out if what they're doing is intentional or it's completely by accident, and if not, go get some new friends. How can I be a more positive person? Again, I feel like you give out, you receive what you give out. Give out what you
give.
I don't know. Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I feel like the people that you surround yourself with will like definitely
reflect on how positive you are.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like if you're around people who aren't hyping you up and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so embarrassing.
Ew, what are them pants? Why are you wearing
literally what are you wearing right now? Like they are bad people to be around and they're not bringing out the best of you in the slightest. I think the best thing to do is to get some new friends if that's how you feel. To be more positive, you honestly just need to focus on yourself. Like I've been noticing a lot recently that everybody, unfortunately, we live in a world where we do like compare ourselves quite a lot, and I feel like I've been doing that a lot more than I want to be recently. And I kind of just found that if I'm like scrolling on TikTok, if I'm on TikTok with the intention of getting inspired for my next post, like myself, you're focusing on yourself. So when other times you would scroll through and you'd see somebody who's really, really pretty, like beautiful, and you'd be like, oh, why don't I look like that? You know what I mean?
want to dye my hair that colour.
Yeah, her hair's so much prettier than me. Like, oh, they've got a relationship that I don't have and it's making me really sad. I feel like if you, instead of thinking it like that, you should think of it like you're going on TikTok to find inspiration for your next move for yourself. It becomes a lot more like goal oriented and for you.
like instead of saying like, oh, I wish I could be like that, you can be more like, I can be like that if I want to be. Like, I can do this, I can do that.
Take it as motivation to like get that, you know what I mean? On the topic of focusing on yourself as well, I feel like everybody has a passion, whether you know what yours is or you don't know what yours is. Yeah, everyone's got a passion. So you honestly just need to do what makes you feel happy. If you're really into art and find joy out of that, focus on that a lot more.
Like literally as soon as you wake up, do your little yawn, get out of bed, look in the mirror and just smile at yourself and go, you look good today.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Pop a few compliments.
You look good today.
You look fine, babe. My
girl,
dude. Oh
your
my
hair
gosh,
looks so
literally,
good. You woke up like
literally
this.
Look at you. Your skin is glowing. You are my favorite person. Oh my goodness. You're incredible. Okay, catch you later, boo. That's what you need to be like, and it sounds really, really strange, but trust me, as soon as you start doing that, you will literally feel so much better in your own skin. I really like this one as well. It is, I've always been a great student, but I don't think it's worth all the hard work. My life feels boring.
For me personally, I actually enjoy school. I know that's so weird. I actually like revising and stuff, and people think I'm weird for it, but I do.
Good for you. I mean, I wish.
Tilly hates it, but I really like it.
No, I wish I was like, I don't like it because I'm jealous of it, that's the thing. But like, if she's working, I'm like, good for you. I think sometimes as well, you just need to remember to live in the moment. This person says my life feels boring, and that's what you don't want, because you're supposed to be living your like peak years right now.
Teenagers are so short.
Teenage kicks, you want to make the most of it. Like, do not spend all your time being wrapped around and like stressed about this and that. You need to take your time to like live
as much as it's great to like have the good grades and stuff, it is really not the end of the world if they're not as great as you hope they were. I just feel like you need to have that good balance between schoolwork and social life, and then focusing on yourself as well in the middle. And since it is your teenagers, you just need to live them, girl.
Just
live 'em.
Oh boy.
Or whoever.
You. Everybody wants A stars for everything, but you need to know that it's not all about that, and you can still live your life. Don't be like on your deathbed when you're like 92 or something and looking back and think, damn, I wish I lived my teenage years when I had them. So I'm just looking at the timestamp now, and it's like 43 minutes. So I'm gonna have some fun editing this, but I'm gonna wrap it up now. We can honestly talk for England.
I know. We talk that much, we should make a podcast.
we could, oh my god, we could definitely make a podcast.
We could.
Who would listen to a podcast for us Northerners nab on about things for absolutely ages? I really hope any of you resonated with this advice. I really hope it helped you in a way. But moral of the story is just to focus on yourself. You should be your own best friend, be your own cheerleader, and yeah, just do what makes you happy. I really hope you like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you did, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.